Hey everyone! Today I am continuing work on the main workstation by adding a fence to the miter saw. I am doing this, I'm also adding a Kreg Precision track stop set to that fence, and I will have a link to that stop. First thing I need to do is I need to make the fence itself, two kind of angled pieces. The Kreg system has a very specific height that the fence needs to be to allow for the stop foot on either side. So if you use different hardware or whatever hardware you use, just please check that measurement. And what I wanted to do with this system is I wanted it to be removable, because if you see behind me there's a decent amount of counter space on the left and the right of my miter saw, and I do love me some counter space because you can put some stuff down. And the miter saw is not the main tool of my shop, so I won't need this all the time. My first thought was I was going to install some T-track on either side of the miter saw and have these things just slide in and out, but that actually gave me more flexibility than I really need or even want with this system. I need these fences to go in one place and stay there and register back to that same place every time. So at the end, what I decided to do was to do some threaded inserts. So you'll see that in just a second. This kit I had comes with 4 pieces of track. One piece I had to cut down there, as you see. It's a great system. I'm actually going to probably use all 4. I'm installing 2 today, and then I'm going to make a flip top extension to the right of the miter saw at the end of the table, and then at the very left of the table on the other side of the router fence I can actually install one of these as well, and just take them away when I don't need them, because all that will be there in the table itself will be 2 threaded inserts. So as you see, I've got that made. We're going to now align it with the fence of the saw itself. I'm using a piece of 1.5" steel for that. I've got one of those laying around, so once I have that straight line, I can secure my new fence to the bench, and then once my new fence is secured to the bench, I can drill some holes. I'm going to drill a pilot hole just to get it started. Then I'm going to drill a hole for the bolt itself, and then once that hole is drilled, I can remove the fence and upsize the hole in the countertop for the threaded insert. And I don't use those fancy tools they try to sell you. All you have to do is take a bolt the size of your insert, double nut it, and then you can just use a ratchet to install those. I use some 5/16 threaded inserts with 1/2" holes. And this is the hardware that came with the Kreg system, and it's easy enough. It just snaps together, goes on, and then you have a track. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way this project worked out. One note I have is that little foot, the flippy foot thing, I put that together backwards. You always want the foot closest to the saw itself. So anyway, till next time, thanks.